Hello and welcome back to another episode of Riven, where I can't find my notes. There they are. And I don't know, I don't really want to do this right now. I want to go somewhere else. I'm annoyed. Basically, they all need to be up, right? If I remember correctly. I don't think I should switch them back. Or maybe I did and that's wrong now, but then we just go back up and flip them again. It's not a big deal. No, this is right, okay. Alright, so we need to go to the beach and the start of this area, this island, to get the sounds from those things. Bar things, rotating, I don't know what they are, things. And then I think I'm just gonna go to the last island, or third island, I don't know how many there are, and try and figure something out there, because we definitely didn't achieve anything there. We just got to some place with a frog and that was it. We'll just maybe we'll just redo the first part and go for that pipe again. Maybe there was something I missed there. Or look around that frog place. It definitely feels like there's something I can do with the fan there, because I can look up and climb up towards that fan. Maybe I just need to shut it off somehow, but I don't know. I don't know how I would do that. And I also don't know if the frogs are significant at all. And if they are, what their significance is. Basically, I know nothing, is what I'm saying, and we're trying to change that today. So this... how do you describe that sound? It's like a... It sounds like a metallic, like a badly oiled, I don't know, squeaky something. I don't know. Okay, so we have the scarab beetle flying away sound and the metallic squeal sound, and then in the forest the thing that sounds like... What did I wrote down sheep question mark, so I don't know what that even means anymore. That's the problem, like writing down sounds, it's like... I don't know. Then what sound does this one make? How do you describe that sound? It's like a... like a bird chirp? Maybe, but not really. I don't know. Whatever. So we have 4 of those numbers, or symbols that represent numbers, presumably. At least that's what we learned. And the sounds and their locations, all written down on a piece of paper right in front of me. That makes me feel very accomplished, but also quite the opposite as well. So yeah, we're right back to the last island now. And just, I don't know. If you don't get anything done there, then I'm actually stuck, which I don't want to be. But it definitely doesn't feel like I can do anything on the first island. Even on the second island, I don't know what I would be attempting to do. This is such a cool tunnel. Yeah, even back there on the second island, I don't know what I'm attempting to do. I mean, yes, I'm correcting these sounds and numbers, but what, like, where do I use them? I have no idea. And then there's also that thing that comes down that, like, I don't know, it looks like a thing to hold on to, or set, like something you would sit a bird down on. What's that called? Like that thing a bird sits on in a cage. That's, I don't know what you call that. I don't even know what you call that in German. Like that metal thing. I don't know. No idea. Okay, so this is on now. Let's just turn it off and maybe go for the pipe again. Wait. Do we have power here now? We do not. Okay, so first things first, I guess. Reroute to Steam and go up here. And how do we shut this whole thing off again? Turn off the fire. And then like this, right? No? Oh, we need to also do this. I still don't really understand how that mechanism works, because it feels like it should be, like the water should be pouring out of that pipe. But it's not, I don't know. I'm not sure. Question now, well, whatever. Oh yeah, I need it up, I'm an idiot. I don't even know why this is even a thing. This entire machine is very mysterious, because I need power to operate it, basically. Well, I guess I don't really need the power. But if this is making the steam, which all of this island and everything else runs on. Okay, there's nothing else here. Can't go anywhere but down. Go for the darkness. Out the other side. No, go out. Or go down, I guess. That's the pipe, we jumped down, I guess. Okay. And then I went this way last time. Something flying away. Can I go over there? Where can I go? Is there only one way to go? It feels like there has to be more here. Maybe not though, who knows? But that's where I've been. Climb up. This way, or this way. Just climb up somewhere on the rocks. You can do it. I believe in you. You can't do it. Yeah, I'm just going in circles, yeah. Okay. Wait. Oh, that's sneaky. Where does this go? To a weird rotating thing, like on the other island. don't know what this is. This machine is very loud. It feels very loud at least. This one is like golden. I don't know. Alright, learn a trick. From now on, we'll close all the doors. I'm not sure what I just did. I hit the thing, I tried to hit the gold one. Maybe I did actually hit the gold one, I don't know. Now you have this thing. No, okay, so yeah, we can't just guess that. I'm not sure what I'm looking at in there, but we've already made progress. I'm almost already happy with this episode because we found new things to think about at least. Okay, so that's what we've seen. That's where we just triggered this thing from and opened up this weird sphere, and now there's another smaller sphere with a thing and a dial, and I don't know what we need to do with that. I don't think we can solve that right now. So we'll go back upstairs here, I think. Yeah, that sounds reasonable. And then on the other side, there's another path to go. What's this? Another big golden sphere. Alright, before we leave, this looks like a different place. Can we open this door? We cannot open this door. It's like a... It doesn't look like a pipe, that almost looks like a cable. Which goes right here. Let's just shut something off, but I don't know what. Did not open that door. Okay, let's check this out, I guess. Up the stairs. What's wrong? Can't keep going? Oh, this is up and it needs to be down. This bridge. Wait, is this the first island again? No. Is this the... that looks like I could climb that. It's not that steep. I'm not sure. Okay, so we can't make any progress here. It looks like we should maybe not rush this much, because I might be missing things. Oh, but maybe that... Yeah, this connects back over here and we shut it off. Maybe it's the fan? Who knows? Yes, it was the fan. And now I can climb through the pipe. And drop down in here wherever this is. This book. Or like a binder with paper. Alright. The latest ink formulation has proven a failure. Even when writing in my most promising books, I obtain only the barest glimmer of a connection. This font is hard to read. It is frustrating to expend so much effort creating a blank book, only to end up destroying it when it doesn't work. There are days when the lab is uncomfortably warm from the flames of these failed attempts. The further I refine each element, the formulation of the ink and the papers, the physical dimensions of the book, the more I realize that the list of potential combinations is nearly infinite. It is during moments like these that I despair. Without access to Denis, my long-term goals may never be accomplished. Nevertheless, there are avenues of research which remain to be explored. I'm discontinuing regular observations of the stars beneath the fissure, although I've been able to track the dark cloud-like formation that migrate through the star field and have proven that their paths are cyclical. Without proper instrumentation, it is pointless to continue. My general theory concerning the nature of the fissure has remained unaltered since it first appeared. That's where I came from, right? I fell through it. It seems that the fabric of this age has been breached in a way that permits matter to be hospitably exchanged between two discrete but overlapping spaces, much like a link. But the apparent physical contradictions surrounding this juncture defy logical reason. The great column of wind that was formed when the fissure first appeared suggests a vacuum, as one might expect in space, yet my early experimentations revealed the presence of a breathable atmosphere. That Atrus and Catherine threw themselves into the void is further evidence that it might be safe to travel, but without knowing its true nature I cannot take the risk myself. It is also difficult to say what would happen if I were to reopen it after so long, but it is likely that the results would be catastrophic given the changes that have occurred in this age since that time. Maintenance on the steam vent caps completed. I'm extremely pleased with the continued success of the system. I believe the construction to have been true to the Gehn design of my memory. Another example of the superiority of the Gehn technology. It's ironic that Atrus and Catherine unwillingly provided me with such a convenient source of power. Flip the switch. Do something. I don't know. Okay. As with many of my views over the years, my thoughts regarding the origin of the fissure have changed. I have recently begun to wonder whether it was actually an unexpected byproduct of the changes Catherine and Atrus wrote into this age during their escape. Certainly, by casting their linking book into the void, they trapped me here quite effectively, but I do not believe that Atrus intended the book to be lost in this manner. Much better to destroy it than to risk the possibility of its falling into unknown hands. Also, had they foreseen the creation of the fissure, they would surely have thought that the vacuum it created would eventually consume the atmosphere of this planet. A fate which Catherine undoubtedly would have deemed unacceptable for her homeworld. If I had not been there to supervise the construction of the seal, this is most certainly what would have happened. For the villagers were far too frightened to even approach the vortex without my urging. I hold on to the belief that it was an unintended consequence of their riding for another reason as well. I prefer to think that my son had meant for this age to be merely a prison for me rather than a death sentence. The construction of the images has proceeded without fault. Images has proceeded without fault, maybe. It is interesting to see how easily I've been able to adapt the Gehn technology to mimic that of the... I don't know. I don't know. In some ways, the similarities between the two cultures were striking. I wonder if perhaps there had been communication or commerce between the two cultures in earlier times. Maybe Keta's people were even descendants of the Gehn. It pleases me to think so. Okay, more drawings. Don't think there's anything really helpful there. No, it's possible that if I were somehow able to supply the books with a power source of sufficient magnitude, I could suppress the variance enough to facilitate a solid link. It is doubtful that the geothermal cap generation could provide such an enormous surge. Perhaps I could adapt the fire mobbers. Wow, fire mobbers. How many more pages? I'm getting tired of reading this because it's really... The font is like... Also, I guess it's because it's like... Maybe if the bit, like if my window was smaller, it would be easier to read. I don't know. Like it's really pixely. I don't know. It's not. I'm struggling somehow. Okay, moving on. I've been cataloging the natural elements of this age for nearly 30 years now, yet still I continue to find evidence of the Danite's preoccupation with fire. As a boy, it was very clear to me that the number... okay, 5, not fire, with 5. As a boy, it was very clear to me that the number 5 had a special significance to the Danite society. From the ancient heraldic emblems of the ruling elites to the humble homes of the commoners, it was ubiquitous. Its presence here is obviously a direct reflection of the minds that designed the tecta that I used to compose this age. Further proof that through their art the Danite masters were indeed creating the marvelous worlds they wrote, and not, as many have mistakenly thought, merely building links to pre-existing worlds. While most of my constructions have been based on Danite designs, I see how that's the ones that I have imbued with the power of 5? Fire? 5? Power 5 are clearly the most beautiful, the most perfect, and I believe the most structurally sound. I'm still attempting to determine how the Danite color symbology reflects this superior design principle. Although superficially it is based on a 6-color system, I'm convinced that there has to be a deeper connection to 5. I will continue to investigate. This might be significant. That's what we just worked with over there, that weird rotating sphere thing. I finally made a breakthrough. I have succeeded in modifying the fire marvels. That's an R now, not a V. To generate enough power to hold a descriptive linking book in the Staver matrix. I have linked to a new world. It is a harsh and desolate age, but it's nonetheless well suited for my purposes, and so I have designated it my... Wait, you can translate that. That one is 4, and that one is 8. I don't know. By studying it closely, I believe I will eventually be able to create a more appropriate age for us to resettle on. For now, I will build an office and set up my living quarters there in order that I may conduct my experiments in safety and without distraction. Yeah, more drawings. I must admit that I am proud of my work. To think that in such primitive condition I have accomplished in 29 years what it took the original Danite centuries to achieve. Note, repair outerwear for work on this world. The goggles may need to be redesigned altogether. I have begun construction on a series of link sites for each island that will connect Riven with my new office on 4/8. I don't know. The Survey Guild has finally completed the site location for each island according to my exact specifications, as the installation of the domes is underway at last. Work on the central power source got off to a bit of a bad start, I'm afraid, but the pace has picked up considerably since then, and I anticipate no further delays. I'm looking forward to finally having a civilized mode of transportation. That's what we were just looking at. Right, so does this link to different places? Is this what's going on? Interesting. Because that's the thing from the sphere and the first island, and then is this the same? I don't know. Due to the continued disturbances, I've decided to install a code access system into all of the domes. Right. Let's write this down. I guess I'm writing down these numbers, not the translated ones, just in case I need them and not the translated ones. It's easier, then I don't have to translate it every time I need to enter it. back the other way. Even though these numbers are significantly harder to write, or these digits are harder to write than ours, mostly because I'm not used to these ones. These are new numbers. Maybe these are not numbers, maybe these are letters, I don't know. I don't think I have all of them. The first one is a 3. The second one is a 6. Then the one with the arrow down. I don't think I have that. I don't think that exists yet. So I don't know what that is. Then the one after that with the D and then the line and then the line up top. I'm not sure if this is maybe it's a 7, maybe not. It looks slightly different. And then the last one, I don't think I've ever seen that one. It's like a combination of a 4 with something else, but I don't know what. Whatever. I caught one of my assistants looking over this journal today. I'm glad I've chosen to write it in a language they cannot decipher. Note: discuss security with each guild master. No problems expected from the maintainers, educators, and surveyors. Question the bookmakers and builders more closely. Alright. I feel like I've seen that arrow down, but I don't have it written down. Weird. Today I heard several more reports of spirit sightings by some of the villagers. It seems that under Catherine's leadership, the rebels in the Black moiety, as the villagers abstinately? What is that? Obstinate? I can't read that word. Insist on referring to them. I have attained a new level of sophistication in their terror tactics and have renewed their campaign to intimidate the villagers into joining them, playing up on their shared superstitions. The villagers are certainly susceptible to this form of coercion, especially given of late the rebels' increasing acts of vandalism and theft. So many pages. I'll just finish this. What? The something traps have been steadily fruitful this year. Apparently the breakup of the islands has not adversely affected the subterranean ecosystems. Unfortunately, I imagine the rebels are experiencing a similar generous harvest. No shortage of poison for their darts this season. Such morbid issues aside, the sudden availability has allowed me to refine a particularly pleasant extract for my pipe. And this is one that is smoother than any of the others from recent years. Chemical analysis of one of the rebel knives has yielded curious results. Its composition contains elements that are unlike anything I've encountered on the islands. It appears they have access to a resource of which I am unaware. Perhaps a mine or an uncharted island. We've seen these dagger-looking things everywhere. Note: most of the knives have been found on the south side of the village. This is the same area in which there have been reports of people mysteriously disappearing. I think a closer inspection of the area is warranted. South side of the village, okay. Not sure if that's relevant. The fact that they have these distinctive knives as a sign of their presence concerns me. They're growing more bold and seem to no longer fear discovery of their hideouts. The latest measurements indicate that the recent trend has continued. The movement of the islands has slowed tremendously. My previous estimates predicted a total collapse in approximately 3 months, but with the new figures I'm uncertain. I've nearly finished writing the I don't know. It's not a 4. I'm not sure what this is. It's different again. It's another H, a number. And I have every faith that it will indeed be a safe place for us to relocate to. Yet it would be helpful to know what has caused the heart in this age's breakup. Is it possible that it's stable after all? If so, I must discover how this age differs from my less successful attempts, my examinations of the... This is 8, but this is not 4. Maybe this is 4 if it's like... I don't know. Have it thus far proven inconclusive. Or perhaps someone is repairing the damage to the 5th age. If so, it would almost certainly be Atrus doing. I've reluctantly decided to abandon my experiments into the behavior of the water of this age, as there are more pressing matters on which I must now concentrate, leaving me little time for such speculative research. For future reference, however, my investigation up to this point have revealed the following. I believe the remarkable properties of the water to be caused by a life form that resides in it, specifically a type of bacteria. I'm imagining a mobile unicellular organism, but one with structures capable of holding bits of water whose combined effects, via surface tension, a stronger force, causes the composite body of water to move in response to heat. Prolonged exposure to extreme heat, for example a period of extended boiling, seems to kill the bacteria, which would explain its dramatic aversion to heat sources. Unfortunately, these theories are still not fully tested, and I remain ignorant both of its deeper nature and its possible uses. An exciting development. Last night, a squad of maintainers stumbled upon a lone rebel scout and obtained from him a most incredible device. It is a crystal that somehow powers these flawed linking books, much as my own system does, but with an obvious advantage. It is smaller and weighs only a few pounds, making it completely portable. Catherine must have fabricated the device before I captured her, obviously with an explicit Gehn schematic she must have brought with her to this age. If only I had access to such a document all these years. Regardless, I can now concentrate solely on the writing of ages and need no longer worry about building elaborate power supplies for each new book I write. This is sobering. It's a sobering reminder, however, that I must continue to seek an avenue to Gehn, regaining access to the resources there may be crucial to the completion of my mission. Alright, lots of reading. Lots and lots of reading. Take these things. Why can't I take anything? I'll take the pen and it's probably ink. I don't know what this is. A pot of some sort. Some old dried fruit maybe. Another pot. Nothing I can take. Just things I can look at apparently. Last week, while monitoring the situation of the villagers from the scope in my survey room, I observed one of the natives swim out to a small object that appeared to be floating, but anchored near the entrance to the bay. I ordered the object removed from the water for inspection. Several days later, however, I was surprised to see another floating there. The missing object had apparently and quite mysteriously been replaced with a new one overnight. I've long been aware of the existence of similar artifacts on the village's island, but have paid him little notice until now. Tomorrow I shall send surveyors to catalog the others. That's the bar things we've been studying as well. This one is just free, basically, which is 1. So this one was out in the water, I guess. They brought it here to Gehn's. I assume this is all Gehn's stuff. It doesn't have a sound though, does it? I mean, it sounds like just the bar roaring and nothing else. No, not ready to leave yet. What's this? I want this thing. I don't know what it is, but I want it. Okay, we can call a train from here. That's nice. Interesting eggs, maybe? Or egg-shaped rocks? Looks like I can't open any of the other drawers. Looks like I can't take anything. I wonder if I can take things. So you trap the frogs here, and then you what do you do with them? Make like stuff to smoke. Is that what's going on? I don't know. Or poison, either or. What's this? Another weird device. Okay. Can we like start a fire here? Oh, that's where he burns the failed books, I guess. The failed linking books. No, don't open it again. Put it back in the oven. There you go. Now put it away. Thanks. Okay, so 2 doors. Let's check this one. Oh, this is okay. I know where I am now, at least. And I assume this door is now openable. It is. And then right here, where does this door go? Goes back out here, and that leads me. I'm not sure where that leads me. Oh, right here, okay. And then with the button we can call the cart train thing, but it's not here right now. And we can go to another island, presumably, because I don't think this would link back anywhere. Because wait, this is if this is the first island and this is the second one, then I came here as the third one, and then this is a 4th island. Good. More things. Maybe we actually discover some more stuff. So that we can actually make progress on the other puzzles where we got stuck after a little while. Sweet. Alright, I guess we'll hit the button. And then go out there and end the episode. And then at the beginning of the next episode we'll ride this cart thing all the way across, and who knows what's gonna happen then. But that's it for today. We made progress, yay! Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.